Tilt doesn't really fit into any genre, and what's with this box art cover? I remember being a little confused as to what this game was all about when it was released in 1990. I guess you would call this the Super Monkey Ball for the Commodore 64 generation, coded by Stephen Walters, who also dabbled in other 3D style games such as 3D Pool and 3D Snooker, so you could say that clearly 3D was his thing, and he did a mighty fine job of this game too. Oh, and it's not to be confused with the puzzle game with the same name from Italian developer Genius, released the following year in 1991. However, this is also a decent game, and I'm sure I'll get to covering this as well at some stage. Do you remember the wooden marble game Labyrinth, where you've got to guide a little silver ball through a maze with holes, without dropping the marble in one of these holes? By tilting the platform, you're able to change the rolling direction of the marble. A real classic. Well, you control a sort of slab in a similar way to this. Inside is a ball and maze, and by tilting the slab, you can roll the ball towards the exit. Touching the sides causes your energy to drop, but just as troublesome are the barriers at set points in each maze. Pressing fire causes them to open, but only for a short time. Getting your ball through before the barrier drops can be tough. Later on, just to add to the challenge, the ball gets bigger, so you have less room to move. By using the joystick, you're able to alter the tilt angle of the platform, but each alteration consumes a little energy, and if it's exhausted, the game's over. Fortunately, after each restart, the energy bar will be refilled a little, and already opened doors disappear from the screen. Furthermore, you'll get points for each door you've passed. If you've succeeded in guiding the marble to the goal, the next level follows, but that doesn't just appear on the screen. Instead, a nice animation sequence shows two transport rollers which move down to the labyrinth and place the next one on your screen. Some very clever programming, and a nice touch to an already impressive game. The physics give you a real feeling of the table being tilted to make the ball roll. Couple that with the superb sound effects and you instantly recognise this as a great game. Some of us didn't even have to pay the initial budget price of £2.99, as it was also included in the Commodore format issue 48, as one of the Power Pack cassette full title games. I'd definitely moved over to the Amiga by this stage, but I can imagine there are many out there who remember this being part of the magazine cover tape in that particular month of 1994. Tilt was an original and playable little game. It's also technically very impressive for a budget game, with a solid 3D maze moving quickly and smoothly. This is one of those games on the cusp of the C64 changeover, the point at which a lot of people handed down their C64s to little brothers or whatever. If it had been released a few years before, then everybody would have heard of it. A shame really, but now's your chance to play it. Get it fired up on your Commodore 64 and give it a whirl. I just wish they'd have thought of a better piece of artwork for the cassette box. Eesh. Thanks for watching guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and do be sure to let me know if you've heard of this game before and did you have this in your collection back in the early 90s? Was you a fan, or did you find Tilt to be a little infuriating? Let us know in the comments. Your continued support means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough for continuing with me on this epic journey down memory lane. If you're new to the channel, then do be sure to hit subscribe if you want more nostalgic reviews for these great Commodore 64 games. Check out the playlist for more, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.